Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the RetroBox Podcast. I am your host, Hever Hernandez. Today I will be talking about why Mario 64 is the best Mario game of all time. Ever since 1981, Mario has been in 200 games, including spin-off series like Mario Kart and Mario Party. But a big debacle amongst the Mario community is, what is the best Mario game out there? Well, look no further than Mario 64, easily the best Mario game to ever exist. And let me explain why. There are many types of Mario games in the series, like platformers, RPGs, and most famously, the 3D games. And for the most part, many people look towards the 3D titles for which Mario game is the best, and usually debate amongst all of them. But Mario 64 is a Mario game unlike any Mario game that was ever made. In Mario 64, you play as Mario, and you get invited to the castle by Princess Peach for cake that she made for you, only to find out that she's gone missing and that all the power stars have disappeared from the castle. And right off the bat, this is a good story on its own because unlike future installments in the Mario franchise, there is no big or convoluted story. It's straight to the point and lets you play the game quick and easy. Not to mention, the game doesn't make you start off by doing some useless objective like Mario Sunshine or Galaxy, where you have to defeat an evil monster or catch bunnies just to find the planet you're on. Once you know what's happening, you hop in a painting and start playing the game. And the levels, for the most part, are phenomenal. They're designed so that anyone can pick up a controller and start playing. The controllers are also very easy. For the most part, the only buttons you'll ever really need are the A and B button. B to jump and A to attack. And while there are many other precise moves that you need to learn, like wall jumping and long jumping, it really doesn't take too long to learn those exact moves. And while I will admit that playing on the original N64 controller isn't the best way of playing the game, other controllers like the GameCube controller and the Nintendo Switch Pro controller makes the gameplay experience far more enjoyable. Other 3D Mario games really can't compare to the simplicity of Mario 64's controls. In Mario Sunshine, you had to know when and how to use FLUDD, and in Mario Galaxy and its sequel, Super Mario Galaxy 2, you have to play with the Wiimote and Nunchuck, which really makes you rely on the Wii's gimmick of using motion controls, which aren't too responsive. On top of the objectives, the levels, and everything from Mario 64 is really easy. For example, the stars on the game aren't a big deal. Mario 64 has a total of 120 stars in the game. You can beat the game without having to collect all 120 stars. The technical requirement to beat the game is 70 stars. But the thing is, Mario 64 is a game that makes you want to finish fully, whereas in other Mario titles, you could beat the game without fully completing every objective and feel content about it. And that's an advantage Mario 64 has. People want to replay this because of how fun it is and the enjoyment they get out of it. One of the biggest things in the Mario community is the speculation of Mario 64. There are many fan theories and creepypastas related to the game. For example, one of the most popular ones is Luigi is being playable in Mario 64. Now this theory has dated all the way back since the very beginning, as many fans realize that Luigi, for the first time, has not been playable in the game. And which really just started a theory everywhere that Luigi was secretly playable in the game, but people just didn't know how to unlock him. This also dates back to the theory with the star statue that is in the courtyard of the game. For example, it says on the statue, L is real 2401, which made many people think, hey, that must stand for Luigi being in the game. But really, Elf is real 2401 is actually supposed to say Eternal Star, but many people still think that it stands for L is real 2401, which even I think it stands for Elf is real 2401. Many people thought that you can unlock Luigi by collecting every coin in the game until you'll reach 2401. However, there aren't 2401 stars in the game. There aren't that many. And people also said that you have to collect every star in the game and then go to the courtyard, which also isn't true. That's not a way to unlock Luigi. A creepypasta regarding this, the game Mario 64, is also the many personalizations of every copy of Mario 64. This is a sort of a meme now, but was also a creepypasta. And that's every copy of Mario 64 is personalized. This dates back to an image from an E3 convention that showed Wario in the stage for Dire Dire Docks, in which case many people thought that this was a secret level from the beta version of Mario 64, where you would fight against a Wario head. However, this has gotten a step too forward where when you confront the Wario head, he starts to chase you, and you can't run away from him, and you just die. Not sure how this theory really sprung up, but I think it's really interesting because it kind of shows that many people really love making theories and even fan-made stuff for the game. There are many things stating to the Mario 64 thing, the personalization. For example, some say that certain copies have certain features that others don't. For example, maybe there's one feature that doesn't let you use the wing cap, or that only has 126 stars. Stuff like that, which I think is really interesting because it shows how much people really love making their own things for the game. Mario 64 also has a really good machinima community. There are many Twitter users, TikTok users, and most notably YouTube users who use Mario 64 as a way to make funny videos. People included in making these machinima videos are YouTubers like Super Mario Glitchy 4, Starman 3, Mario 54321, and many others. And they usually take Mario 64 characters and put them in places that you would never expect, like Gmod and other modded Mario 64 things. And I think it's really interesting because I used to watch these videos as a kid a lot, and it was super funny, and I recommend other people watch it too. And on top of the Mario 64 YouTube community, Mario 64 is a very profitable game for content creators as well. There are many videos and live streams of people trying to speedrun the game and even creating their own fun challenges by modding the game and adding some great new material, like new levels, adding new textures, giving Mario new abilities, and vice versa. Mario 64 has also been re-released many times by Nintendo. It's been re-released on the Wii and Wii U Virtual Console and Nintendo Switch's online service, well, plus extension pack. Mario 64 was even put in a bundle that included both Mario Galaxy and Mario Sunshine, which was released for the Mario 25th anniversary, with many fans buying the game on release because fans wanted to play that game, which shows that no matter how old this game gets, it'll always be a timeless classic for years on end, and fans will always want to play it. Also, aside from the Mario RPG games, Mario 64 is also one of the only Mario games to have ever actually been remade. Mario 64 has been remade for the Nintendo DS and was a massive success. And rather than just be the same game from the N64, the remake upgraded a lot of things for the game. For example, they added things like 25 more stars to the game and adding mini-games, multiplayer, and the biggest feature of this remake was adding 3 new playable characters in the game. These being Luigi, finally being playable, Wario, and Yoshi, with each of them having their own unique ability. However, there is also another controversy as to why a character from the game has been removed, this character being Waluigi. Just like the L is real theory, many people have also theorized that Waluigi has been in the game, which still has not been proven to this day. While many people have claimed to have played as Luigi and even unlocked Luigi, there has been no actual proof of this to ever actually surface. Many people have also made their theories, like getting a lot of coins, you have to go to a secret painting, but still to this day there hasn't been any actual evidence. And when many people claim to have actually unlocked Luigi in the game, they usually bring up an excuse like my DS is broken, or I don't know where my DS is, or I've lost my copy of Mario 64, which again shows that many people really can't prove this theory. Another topic of the Mario 64 games is that despite many people criticizing Nintendo of how much they re-release the game, I think it's notable to say that people will still buy it, not because they feel that the need to buy it, but because they want to play the game, but they just keep saying that they don't. Even though it's obvious that they do want to play the game, no matter how many times Nintendo releases the game. And I hope Nintendo does not stop re-releasing, because this is my favorite game of all time, and I will want to play it for years on end. That's going to be it for today's episode of the RetroBox Podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and let me end things off with some words of wisdom. Homework is whack, and so are rules. Tucking in your shirts for fools. Thank you for listening.